Hello everybody. Starting to put the hitch table back together. Thought this would be a good chance to bond with my one viewer. But I want to talk a little bit about trailer lights and LED lights in particular. Because LED lights are cool, man. They have what you call a ground wire, where the other lights use the frame as the ground. The LEDs actually have a wire that you can put to the ground, to the frame where it mounts if you want, and use the frame as a ground just like the old days. Or what I'm going to do is physically run a ground wire. That way I'm not depending on a crappy connection to the frame for my ground. It will be soldered and shrink tubed. And we'll see how that works. This is just a mock-up of a trailer. It's not a real trailer, it's my hitch table, which I will have trailer lights on. In case somebody can't see a big picnic table sticking out of the back of my Tahoe when they come up behind me, it will have lights. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this ground. The other thing, you don't know how to tell on the wiring harness here. Okay, where'd my wiring harness go? Lost my wiring harness temporarily, but the driver's side has a yellow and a brown. The way you remember that is when you're going down the road, the yellow line is to your left. On the right side, you have a green and a brown. When you're going down the road, grass is on your right. So grass, yellow line, that's how you know which is the left and which is the right wire when you're wiring it. Okay, so the essence of this wiring harness is you have the plug, which is here, which plugs into the tow vehicle wiring. Wonder why it's not focusing. That's very strange. That's very strange indeed. Most peculiar, Mama. The heck am I looking at? Oh. Maybe it's too zoomed in. Wow. Anyway, that is the white wire, that's the ground, that's the one that goes to the frame normally. Now the other part of this is basically you have two harnesses that are emerging from the plug. One goes to the left side and one goes to the right side, so they need to be separate. So even though there's a brown wire that goes to each side, they're tied together at the plug and they run a separate brown to each side. So you don't have to try to tie it together in the middle somewhere where you may not be able to, depending on the type of trailer. So what I need to do is run another white, two actually, and tie them to this white so that I can run one white to each side of the trailer and one to each light. It's not really a trailer, it's a picnic table that goes in your receiver hitch. But that is the objective. And it only took me 2.5 minutes to tell you that. Okay, here's the third long boring segment of my trailer wiring video. I have cut two white wires that will be the grounds going to each side. I will now solder them together. For this job I'll be using the Leatherman Squirt E4 wire stripper and the Leatherman Micro scissors, which are both fine products. in my opinion. So I will strip all 3 wires. And I will cut a length of shrink tubing. Slide that over. Okay, now I'm going to twist these 2 together. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to twist it like this so it will be a smooth transition when I slide the shrink tubing over. And since these wires are going out to the trailer and this wire is coming from the tow vehicle, it will be nice. Now solder it together. Okay, it's soldered together. I'm going to let that cool just for a second so I can slide the shrink tubing up. It won't prematurely shrink on me. Meanwhile, I'll plug my heat gun in. Oops. Alright, let's shrink. Alright, now I'll just have to pull it through the frame. I didn't get that in the shot, did I? Oh well, that's the joys of not being able to see what you're doing. Anyway, I'll pull that through the frame and I'll connect it to the lights and that'll be wired. Alright, this video is a disaster. I should have given up on it 2 segments ago. But I'm a dumbass and I'm stubborn. So here we go. Okay, I drilled holes in the tubing. See, this is a tubing welded to another one that goes, hello, I just bumped the camera. Goes this way and then another piece of tubing here. So I had to drill holes in the top and bottom of this middle piece in order for the wires to pass through. And there is a potential sharp edge, which I am concerned could over time cut the wires. So I bought some of this stuff like you find on cars that goes over the wire to protect it. I'm going to attempt to put it over the wire, but as everything else today is going, it's easier said than done. Talk about reality TV, man. This is it right here. There's no phoniness, no editing. And that's why the quality is what it is. It sucks. But I don't get any views anyway, so nobody's going to see this. Okay, now that I have it on there, I'm going to tape it, so it doesn't come off inside the thing while it's driving down the road at 70 miles an hour. Hopefully nobody's eating a cheeseburger while I'm doing 70 miles an hour. It's only for when you're parked. Although it would probably get some looks. Probably attract the attention of some policemen. And we don't want to attract attention of policemen. Unless they're cute. Females, that is. Oh, this video is really going down the shittery. Okay, so there it is. I don't know if it's in the frame or not. I haven't had much luck with that either today. I'll shove it up inside there. I got it coming out the top on both sides, so I can do that. And I'm thinking that's right about where I want it there. I'll have to do the same thing on the top where it goes through holes, and I cut it, drilled in the top part. And I also have to do it in the front where it comes out. So, if you're still watching this, I'll reserve a spot in the mental hospital for you. Alright, let's finish this disaster of a video off. Got the thing hooked up here. So, I did the same thing on each side. I shrink tubed the wires and soldered them together. There's the wires. So I got the yellow and the brown. The brown is for the tail lights. They come on when you turn the headlights on or the parking lights. And the green is for the right turn signal, the yellow is for the left turn signal, and the white is the ground. So let's see if they work. First, I will try to find my keys. Found my keys. First I will try the parking lights. That will be the brown wire. Aha! Okay, now we will try the left turn signal. Now I will try the right turn signal. Step on the brakes. And the hazard lights. So it's not perfect, but I'm done fooling around with it. And I don't think you people can take any more of this video. So if you're still watching, thank you to my one viewer, and good day.